Okay. Well, good afternoon, class. My name is Alise Evans, and I'll be presenting on advantages and disadvantages of blogs in the classroom. Why blog in the classroom? Well, one would be because blogs will be a great idea to blog. Blogs are a great idea to use in the classroom if the kids use them appropriately, which I mean by they're not using like other social media, they're actually just on there learning about, blogging. Another idea will be because it'll actually challenge the kids. It'll challenge the kids to actually write and to think more. Another one will be that the students will actually have a voice in a safe environment, which means that they can blog about what they're thinking instead of being scared or anything. Now, the advantages, the students will have a creative flow. The students will have a creative flow between each student. So one student can start to write about the blog, another student can actually catch on to what that student is saying, or another student can come and they can react to both of the students, or they can start their own. Another one would be to let the students express themselves. Nowadays, some kids, they're like, I can't really express myself. I can't say what I want to say. I can't do what I want to do. Well, now you have a whole blog and you can express yourself and say, what do you think? You could talk about your pet if you want. You could talk about why the color is blue. You can write about science or math or any type of subject that's in your class. You can also communicate with students and teachers. So like if I was in the classroom, if it was my class, I can write on the blog and I can tell them about assignments or anything like that. And then they can get on there and they can see the assignments that they have to do. It'll also help them think outside the box. Now, the crazy part about it is when I first started this PowerPoint, I thought that I was ready, but then I had to look back and I ended up having to use my own advice and think outside the box to get more information on blogging. Another advantage would be to help the students become more knowledgeable. So like, it's so much stuff going on in the world right now, especially with this COVID. And, some kids don't even know really what's going on. Some of their parents might be, trying to hide it. But me personally, I think that everyone should know exactly what's going on. And they can blog about it, they can talk about it, they can put their own opinions on it, and so on and so forth. Now, the disadvantages. Oh, wait. The disadvantages. One is that everyone does not have computers or internet. So, I know that some schools do give out computers, but if you get a computer and you have no internet, it's not going to really work. Another one would be that some students have a lot of outside of school activities, and if they're stuck at home vlogging, that's going to take away from them activities that they have to do. Another disadvantage is that, with us being the teachers, we actually have to stand over there and make sure that they're actually blogging right and talking about the right stuff. They're not on social media, on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, or playing games on the internet or doing other things besides actually doing what they need to do. And another thing will be that the students will be targeted because, of course, we are on the internet. Now, what will teachers use the blogs for? Well, as a teacher, we'll be using them to keep the students and the parents up to date on any assignments that we have, or any type of like classroom parties, or any type of any type of things that we will be doing in the class. Like I said, we'll be doing the assignments. So if the kid needs, help or anything on any of the assignments, we're going to have the resources that's going to be on the blog. We'll also have the activities, as in like school clubs, or schools, football games, or anything like that. And then we'll also put, the content that's being covered for the whole entire year on the blog, so the parents will know exactly what's going on, what, if they want to move a little forward in the lessons or anything, they can. And of course, there'll be other stuff. What will students use the blogs for? Well, they'll use the blogs to work on their writing skills, because again, it is a blog, so we are going to have to do a lot of writing. And of course, we want to make sure that they're writing is perfect. They can also vlog about the school activities, the cheerleaders, or the games, or any type of fairs that we have going on. Votes or polls for, student of the week or line leader of the week, or what child actually did the best this week. School clubs, any type of clubs that we have going on, and so much more. And then what will administration use the blogs for? Well, administration is going to use them, to post the standardized tests that we have going on, the school-wide activities, as in such like science fairs. They can go on there and talk about all the awesome, all the awesome projects and science fairs that our school has, information about the STEM program, and then orientation and fundraisers, because we all have had to, we all either were in a fundraiser at our school, or we have kids that are doing them now, so we all know the fun with that one. And then what I had looked up some blog sites, more blog sites, just to see, and I had checked out, well, of course we all know about EduBlog. I also looked at KidBlog and WordPress, and they all seem like some very nice blog sites that our kids can actually work on. And then tips on blogging. I said one of them will be promote your class site. Tell all the other teachers in class and administrations about your class and their site that they have going on. You have to go over the do's and don'ts, what to do and what not to do. You have to make sure that you actually encourage your students, because if you don't encourage your students, it's not going to work. And on top of that, not just the teachers, but the students will all be able to express our own opinions about anything that's going on right now. And of course, the most important thing, we have to have a blast. We have to have fun. We have to make it exciting so the kids can actually enjoy it. And then I had a few opinions on blogs. One will be that the blogs will help the parents and the students grow creativity. So what I mean by that is that the parents and the students can go on there together, and they can think of, like, instead of, like, how we usually do volcanoes for science projects, if we actually have the parents and students working together, they can think of building a robot or trying to figure out how to go to space or something. Another one will be to help the parents and children learn more about technology. Some parents might need a little bit more help trying to navigate the stuff, or some, some students, we're still trying to figure this stuff out too. So we can work together and we can make it great. Also, to foster leadership and learning. And then again, it also helps students become more reliable, responsible, and respectful while we're on the blog. And I had a few pictures of blogs showing how blogging is for everyone. Anyone can do it. It's a picture of a teacher in a classroom. They're all younger kids, so that means that they can start young at blogging. They don't have to be in high school or in middle school to actually blog. And then we have, then we just have different races, people, and everyone blogging. And then these are my references.